What up, people? We back. Lifestyles of Fine, episode 12.
Episode 12 is a little special because we are using a Lumia 920 to record.
We're making it happen.
They said it was good, so let's see how good it is.
Audio Jungle. What's good, people? Just kicking it right off. Windows 8. A lot of talk around town. A lot of so-called doctored people saying what they want to say about Windows 8. Oh, how it's complicated. It's tough to learn. It's people don't know. And honestly, in my own opinion, it's really this person's attempting to pretty much call us all stupid. And it really kind of bothered me that he played that card with this particular post he wrote. Listen, people, for those of you who have Windows 8, plan on getting Windows 8. There's two UIs. There's a standard. There's a what they call a new modern UI, which utilizes live tiles, so on and so forth. The learning curve is very simple. All right, charms are on the right side. If you're using a pro version, you're simply going to the right side of the screen, arrow over to that area. Charms come up. That basically is your start menu. Left side of the screen is your open apps. It's really simple. Any open app, grab on with the cursor, hold the left click, drag down, closes the apps. If you need to send emails work in the Metro UI or Modern UI no differently than it would if you were going to a website on the standard Windows UI. It's not difficult. It's no different from going from an old car to a new car. You know, new car features takes a few minutes to learn. Once you learn them, that's it. You don't get rid of an old car because, you don't get rid of a new car because you can't figure out how to work it. You keep it, you work it, and it happens. Try to avoid individuals, we're not saying anybody's name, who post things in reference to things that they say they know, but honestly, if you don't know the end user, then you can't say what the end user can and cannot do. Pretty much in a nutshell. You know,
I agree. I like Windows 8. It's not difficult.
Not at all.
I mean, mouse and a keyboard is difficult to anyone who hasn't used a computer.
Yeah.
And using an iPad is difficult to anyone who used a Pocket PC. But using an iPad is easy to a 1-year-old.
Right.
An open mind.
That's it.
So
use it, jump into it, and
it works.
It works. No more than minutes.
But he never mentioned how fast it was, how stable it was.
What else not? You know,
Tawan wrote a very good article.
Check out the article.
Windows 8 solid.
Solid running software.
Cut it out.
Stop talking. Stop bashing it. That's what you're doing. Probably work for Apple. Lumia 920 comes with a couple of issues that, you know, were somewhat of a bother. One of the issues is with the audio coming through the Bluetooth earpiece. Basically, when you send or receive a voice text or that feature that allows you to listen to text messages through the earpiece, it triggers the music to automatically start. How and or why, we don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a convenience they got wrong.
Yeah.
Because if music is playing and a text comes in, it dims the music, reads the text, you respond, you don't respond, and then the music comes back in. Right. Fine. The problem here is the music plays if he wasn't playing music.
Exactly.
It's like, so, what just happened?
How is that? And then in my case, it actually locked my phone up, and that almost turned into a catastrophe while on the road. So, certainly an issue that we hope Microsoft can address. Take care of that, please, fast.
I think that's like a Nokia thing, because I haven't haven't heard of a complaint from one of the other phones, so that may be a Nokia patch.
Yeah. But we'll check the forums and definitely see what's up with that. Another is when videoing.
Right.
It said that once you go over a certain amount of gigs for a video, there's difficulty. Well, honestly, we just simply can't drag the video off of the phone's internal storage. For whatever reason, it's a situation we'll probably look into and try to gather more info about.
It looks like 4 gigs.
Yeah.
Anything over 4 gigs, which is roughly at 1080p around 25-30 minutes.
Right.
Because we're actually recording right now with the phone.
And
that's how we stumbled into the issue. It was just corrupt. The file was corrupt.
Exactly.
But you can play it on the phone.
But you couldn't remove it from the phone.
Right.
So interesting.
We'll play around with it.
Yeah, we'll see how we work that out.
But still better than the T3i that we used to shoot SLR.
Right. The
and
video
that cuts
quality
off
at 10 minutes.
That cuts off at every 12 minutes. Super annoying. But
yeah.
The quality is good.
So, and the last issue, which I think might just very well be exclusive to me, is an issue with the speaker. It seems like they went with a bigger speaker, thus more material, and because the phone is loud now, it's actually very loud.
Yeah.
I believe that the speaker may have blown, and this might be an issue this might become an ongoing issue with other people's devices.
It may be because of the winter too,
it's possible, but we can't really call it. There's different various materials that they use for these things, and it can be any number of reasons, but we hope it's not an ongoing thing. But other than that, so far so good. I'm enjoying the device. I know you are.
I am. Jerry is not.
Yeah.
He returned it because he doesn't like the way the camera performs in daylight.
Yeah.
It produces glare from a light source that he is
not happy about.
Yeah.
I guess it has something to do with the dim light enhancement that it uses.
Well, yes, because the camera is awesome in low light, and that's because the way it works and allows a lot of light to come in. In the daytime, it doesn't. It actually needs to restrict light.
Right.
And it doesn't do a good job at that. And Nokia said they're aware of it and they're working on the patch. Jerry just couldn't wait because his 14 days were up. So he's in a tough place right now. Back to an iPhone 4.
We'll be calling you soon, Jerry.
So,
but that's pretty much that. With the morning after with the Lumia 920. Otherwise, it's not perfect, but damn near close.
Damn close. You like it better than your SG3?
Yes, of course. Call of Duty. I not a fan of Call of Duty. Haven't been a fan. I buy the game just because. What do you think? I haven't bought it, but
we did I did the video review on Ignorant Gamerz. I apologize to our subscribers. I haven't gotten that review up for you guys. Check out Ignorant Gamerz. I'll post a link. That's our sister site for just gaming.
Ignorant Gamerz with a Z, not an S.
I'll post a link. I did the multiplayer. Snow's doing the campaign. Jerry's doing the zombies. He loves zombies. I'm not playing zombies. Snow is better at campaign than me. I'm not playing against computer players, and so I defaulted to the multiplayer. The campaign is dope. I played it for a little while. It's really good. Zombies, I have faith in that. Was always good. So I'm anxious to see what Jerry comes up with that. I think it's really good.
Right.
The multiplayer, it was a solid attempt, but it still falls short. It's boring. It's more the same till you die.
All of Call of Duty has been boring.
It's so bad, and people still camp, and they still lag. They still hit detection issues, and it's just boring. Oh my god! Like I haven't felt that bored as a game. It felt like work.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing a game to review it or to like it. I was working. Like I haven't had that in a long time. And Halo didn't make that any better.
Right.
Halo's fun. This isn't.
I love Halo.
I called Snow. I said, "Yo, are you doing this Call of Duty review?" He said, "I don't want to play the game. It's boring." I spoke to Jerry. I said, "Jerry, did you get online?" He said, "I don't want to play the game. It's boring. I'll just stay in zombies." So it's crazy. Like this many people are outwardly saying like, "This game's boring."
Yeah.
That's it. Whatever. I'll put the link to the video. Check it out. As a package, it's good.
I'll wait to get it for Christmas again.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Xbox 720. You know, expected to come out 2013.
Hopefully for the holiday
season.
What the hell does that mean? Thanksgiving, Christmas?
Thanksgiving, I believe. Somewhere around the time of Thanksgiving. So,
they never say what holiday season means. It could be January for all the hell I know. Huh?
Yeah, you know.
New Year's is whatever.
So it's expected to come with a few pretty decent features. One being Connect 2.0, which is rumored to be big. Basically, a whole lot of features, mouth recognition,
reading lips. That's dope.
Reading lips. You talk, the avatar's lips move. You know, things like that. Bluetooth. I'm sorry, Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. Yeah.
You know, support. I can't say that we're thrilled for that unless, you know, it involves Blu-ray streaming, which is 1080p, which we're already streaming.
Blu-ray quality.
So I'm going to bank on it having something to do with being able to play physical media.
But even that still, because I mean the graphics of games didn't get better because they were on Blu-ray. That's the lie Sony told people.
Exactly.
It was just you were able to store more. And then you get games like Heavenly Sword that had 49 gigs of orchestra music and came out and got a 6 on the review.
Wow.
So, you know, it's Blu-ray's neither here nor there. We don't need it. It's a nicety, but it's a nicety to have.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, you know, and you know, there are other speculations or supposeds about a set-top box or you know, it would be a dumbed down version of the Xbox 720 supporting TV recording.
Well, that's up in the air. I mean, it's all still up in the air, rumors, but TV recorders we'll see because of HDMI and how cable companies handle that. You know, they guard that with their life, their content. So we'll see what happens there. But at the very least, you get a connection to all your services. Netflix, Hulu, HBO Go,
which and based on the rumor, they're talking pretty good about that alone. Yeah. You know, set aside from the Xbox, the full blown 720 or high end version. Right. You know, it's all seeming like it's looking out pretty good. I just personally hope that they don't give you something in one that you don't get in the other. Then it kind of like...
But, okay, so here's the thing, right? First of all, Microsoft been at this for years, trying to penetrate the living room. And they kind of did with the Xbox. Right. But they had like these embedded Windows versions that were supposed to be specifically made for set-top boxes from cable companies. And it was there. It was dope, but it never took off. Then you had media centers, which had cable cards in them. Right. So, you know, forget the whole set-top box from the cable company. You spend $2,000 for this PC and put the cable card in the back. And those were dope, and they never took off. So now Microsoft got a foot in the door with streaming media, so on. They got some partners. Leverage the Xbox. Now Xbox stands for all things media. Video gaming media. So it wouldn't necessarily be a throw-up of you got some things in this one versus the other, because it's just a scaled-down version heavily targeted toward media. Right. So they're both rumored to have the Kinect, which is good because now, you know, if you got a Kinect, then you can play Kinect games. Right. And we're talking next generation. So if you look at something like a Roku, which is the competition for this Xbox TV thing, right, they can play Angry Bird. That's now. That little $99 thing can play Angry Bird. So the next generation of that should be able to play a Kinect game, should be able to play Kinect Adventures. Right. So it isn't far-fetched. I think it just comes down to here's a $150 Xbox that does all of this. Just what you need. And here's the $400 version that straight gaming and does everything else.
Nice. And if it's that way, I think again, you know, with Nintendo Wii U out right now, it's going to have its run. But I'm thinking once the Xbox comes out, it's game over. No pun intended.
But Nintendo still has a good niche with it. They'll survive. I mean, but they won't be winning like that.
That's you know.
But sometimes surviving is good enough.
Yeah. Well, sometimes a bullet-ridden person can survive. You know, he may not be able to walk anymore, but he can survive. So, you know.
I'm excited for the Xbox.
Yeah, likewise.
I think Microsoft does realize that it's your services.
Yeah.
That's what makes the product. Not how many megahertz and gigs it has and how many GPUs and quad cores. It's your services.
Right.
Find a way to connect to whatever your users connect to. And they've been doing a good job at that. So.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tiana D, and check out lifestylesdefined.com where you can find everything you've ever loved.
All right, so around the same time, the Xbox 720 is expected to release. Of course, you have their immediate competition, the PlayStation, Sony's PlayStation, and they'll be releasing the PlayStation 4. Somewhere in or about that time, they're saying that they don't want to be too far after or too far before. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out.
Learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
PlayStation was a whole year late to the party.
Yeah.
Boy, did they pay for that.
Tardy to the party.
Not cool.
You know?
Not cool.
So, no backwards compatibility. Which, if you're wondering, that's the ability to play Xbox 3 games on the, PlayStation 3 games on the PlayStation 4 console.
And 2 and 1.
2 to 1, or 1 to 2, 2 to 3, so on and so forth. A feature that pretty much died out, right?
Or forced out.
Forced out. It never really worked.
Right. They always had problems, and it was just an annoyance.
Right.
For a few different reasons, because Sony couldn't get it right.
Can't get too many things right. But.
It was to the point where the only PlayStation that could do backward compatibility was the first one released.
Right.
And then at that point, then Sony had like 4 different revisions on the market, and gamers were getting upset. So they took it away altogether, which, by the way, Sony is the only company gangster enough to take away features from a product as it progresses.
Sounds like shooting your own pinky toe off, if you ask me.
Kudos to you people, man. You know? And they did it. And people still love it. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then you had listen, I'm not a fan of buying a PlayStation 4 to play a PlayStation 3 game. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Cut it out.
You know, I think you know, it's good. I mean, if you still have your PlayStation 3 console, you know, it's going to be connected. You know, just leave it connected. Play it on the PS3. You know, leave it where it is. You know, eventually it'll get buried in the backyard with Fido that didn't quite make it across the street. So, you know, it's what it is.
And homebrew. Because hackers used that backward compatibility madness to expose Sony. They did it on the PSP.
Right.
They didn't do it on PS3, but I guess they're just avoiding it altogether. That was pretty much how a lot of the exploits came about at the hand of legacy games and classic titles. So
they'll get them again.
Yeah, they will. They always do.
They'll get them again. I'm not a hacker, but these hacker guys, if you guys are watching, I wish I had the knowledge you had. You guys are incredible.
They are.
All right.
And this is my favorite quote. I usually do use this for Apple, but I use it for Sony. Sony couldn't secure an apple in a fruit stand. It works better with Apple.
Yeah, it works better with Apple.
But Sony can't secure an apple in a fruit stand either. So
I guess they couldn't secure a flat panel TV in a Best Buy. You know? But
there you go. Much better.
No 4K resolution for Sony's PS4 as well.
That's the rumor.
That's rumored.
That's the pinky toe business again, because they're going to be pushing. If you don't know what 4K is, it's 4 times HD.
So 4 times 1080p.
1080p, right.
There you have it. Some wild 4,000.
Not sure how we're gonna our eyes even register that.
Yeah.
People who've seen it said it's amazing.
Oh, okay.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know.
You know,
but
if you say so.
Yeah. So the rumor is 4K resolutions won't be supported in the games. If it does make it to the console, it'll be for media only, movies.
Okay.
Not terrible.
Yeah, I guess, you know, it requires a little bit of work, a little bit of thought process to allow it for video games. Movies, people spend, well, the question is, what do you spend more time doing? I think on a gaming console, if you spend more time playing movies on the console than playing video games on a gaming console, well, then it should be geared towards what it's meant for, which is games. Right. But, well, that's the give and takes, the upside downs, the why the hells, you know. So that's PS4 news. You know, hopefully they'll get it right this time around. Maybe they'll have a fighting chance against Xbox. I doubt it. On to a young lady who, you know, shout out to her, married Swizzy Swiss Beats, super producer, had a little boy. With Swiss Beats.
He's on the album, actually.
Is he? Yeah. I didn't get that far. But, you know.
She's got the baby on the album. Yes.
Well, I guess, you know. So, you know, this album, what is the name of this album?
Girl on Fire, sir.
Right, yeah.
Why don't you know the thing?
You know, certain, like if I like something, I'll remember everything about it. If I don't like it, I won't remember shit. So, and this is no knock against Alicia Keys. I actually like her as an artist. I like her as a person. She makes great music. This album sounds like, you know, I'm going through something with my girl, and you know, it's like, you would think that she was would be at a happier place to make happier music, you know, baby, marriage, whatever the case may be. The album is dreary. It's depressing.
It's not, sir. It's emotional.
It's depressing. All right, like, you know, it's the title is "Girl on Fire," but it's more like girl saturated in a terrible rainstorm, walking home after breaking up with her boyfriend. That's what it feels like.
Sir, the album is full of content.
Yeah, it is. It's full of content. It's full of quality. Yes. It's full of everything that people like about Alicia Keys. But at this stage of the game, how this is what, her fifth album?
Not sure.
Fourth or fifth album. Like, it's like you started off up here, and they're like you're dwindling your music down.
Sir, she is not. Okay, allow me to quote. There's a song called 101. 101, I think that's just the name of it.
Yeah.
So she says, "You're used to the sound of a heart breaking. You're king of the games you play. You've done this 100 times, and then there's me, 101. That's good music.
Anybody who's been to a poetry reading understand. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It is good music. But this isn't about good music, because she's doing what she does. She produces good music. It's about content. This is something that I think that artists nowadays need to get correct. Okay. Your content makes your album. Okay. When people already know you make quality music, now you've transcend past quality music to content. What is on your album that is going to make your album it's going to be received? Why do we have to wait till some DJ that we don't know remixes a song that was depressing and makes it into a techno dubstep song?
Sir, did you like Drake's last album?
I appreciated it.
He was crying.
He cried, yes, periodically.
He was crying, sir.
And then there was the music that, listen.
It was under the R&B genre.
It was under the, one genre was pop. All for one song. Him and Rihanna. That song.
Sir, there's nothing wrong with heartbreak music.
There's nothing wrong with heartbreak music, but you have to mix it up.
No, you don't.
I mean,
get the goddamn ice cream and turn up the Alicia Keys. That's it. What do you give it out of a 5?
I give it a 2.5.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
It gets a 5.
He gives it a 5. I give it a 2.5. You guys are probably gonna like, you're breaking out your shotguns, but maybe not. But this is where you come in. All the watchers, listen to the album and judge for yourself.
They're gonna roast you.
No, they're not. The women are gonna roast me. But I mean, at the end of the day, listen, I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to just simply understand. What do you want?
You're an effing hater.
I'm not hating
You're
on
hating
the
on Alicia Keys.
I love Alicia Keys
No,
music.
you
I
don't.
love Alicia Keys. She's a great person. She is a great person.
You know what?
But listen, just one thing that stood with me from her first album, what was that? Yeah, well, Diary. Was it? I think it was just Diary, not Diary.
No,
it was Songs in A minor. It was Songs in A minor.
That was a song or the album?
That was the album.
Okay.
I Think I'm Better Than Your Girlfriend.
Yes.
With the ODB.
Yes.
Beat. Awesome. Awesome. And it was produced by Jermaine Dupri. The Jermaine Duhee. Jermaine whatever.
He's so annoying.
You failed with Janet, but anyway. So
he's married to Janet.
He's no longer married to Janet.
Sweet. Get him out of here.
So like he produced it, but I felt it. It was breakthrough. It was like, she used a beat that, who was going to use that beat? No one. Alicia Keys pulled it off, and that's why I liked her.
With the piano.
With the piano. All right, so now here we are, years down the line, over 10 years. And
her piano is everywhere on this album.
Yeah, it is. And much to her talent.
The intro is bananas.
Much to her talent, and I agree with that. But listen, just make me smile on the album. That's all I'm saying.
What are you smiling for?
Make me smile. I can't blast this music in a
Nah, so you pull the blade shut, you turn the lights off,
and get the ice cream.
Get the ice cream. What are you smiling for?
Really? So, moving right along, Rihanna, whom I will blast all over the place.
I concur.
This young lady has done it yet again. I wasn't a fan, and this is the difference between A Keys and Rihanna. I wasn't a fan of Rihanna's music in the beginning. People said, "Oh, she can't sing," yada yada yada, kiss my ass. Rihanna now is the Rihanna we were all waiting for. This is the album as well. Is the album we were waiting for. This is the album that the Chris Browns, the Neos, the Ushers, they could not produce. He likes Neo as well.
I like Chris Brown, and what do you?
I like them. I like them as well. I'm a fan of Trey Songz, but they all made the same album at different times. 2012, they all had an album out, and they all put the same damn album out at different times.
But Chris Brown didn't punch any of them in the face. Neither did he punch himself in the face.
Well, that's why his album is probably better than the rest of theirs.
Rihanna's album's super dope.
It is. It is
super dope.
Album artwork incredible. Nice little tattoo you have. That's cute. That's cute.
That stands for Ramon, an Egyptian.
Yeah, this man is Bajan. She's Bajan. So there's some sort of a, attachment there.
Yeah.
Some sort of.
I went to school with her.
I bet you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Right. I should have went to school with her.
That would make you what, 25? 26.
I'm young. I'm fairly young.
So the Fabolous Soul Tape.
Wait, what did we give Rihanna a 5?
Rihanna, we are going to. I give it a 5. I give it a 5. So I mean, you won't be disappointed. Check it out.
She's a badass.
Great album. She's, you know, she's pulling it together, and I agree with everything she's doing.
Okay.
Can we get an interview, Rihanna? Please.
Call me.
Please. I have you on Twitter. I will tweet this.
Call me.
I'm gonna keep tweeting you. Tweeting, right?
Tweeting, yes.
Yes. I'm gonna keep tweeting you until you respond.
Call me.
You don't have this number. But anyway. So, Fabolous drops a mixtape on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. The Soul Tape 2, which is the follow-up to, of course, the Soul Tape 1, follows in the same footsteps. Great. It's not bad. I like the use of the certain samples he used for songs. It was really good. It made you say, like, wow, he used that sample. Who produced this? Like, yeah. It was quality. And I didn't get a chance to dive into the album like I would like to, but
it usually requires a second, a 2 or 3 go around listen.
Well, it requires my vehicle. Once I can drive to work, listen to it, drive home, listen to the rest of it, and absorb it, you know, that's it. I can definitely give a yay or nay. But from what I heard perusing it, you know, song for song, it's about 13 songs on it.
He redid one of my favorite Usher songs too.
Yeah.
He used the sample for what was it? The one with Jadakiss.
Yeah,
You're gonna need me one day. I forgot the name of the song. So dope.
But
Rihanna, call me,
please. Yeah.
You think Fab is next in line with the Jay-Z's and the Kanye's running around?
I believe
Drake singing around.
Yeah. I believe Fabolous has his place. I believe as far as if I had to give a king of hip hop crown to anyone, I wouldn't give it to Fab. Not because he's bad. I co-sign Fab 1,000%.
It don't feel like he's taking it.
I think that's it. I mean, and now after how many albums and how many mixtapes, like, people will look at him and say, well, if you haven't taken the crown by now, you're not going to take it.
True.
But,
true.
There's
a lack of emotion in Fabolous, though.
There's a lack of fire, but that's not his style. Fab is a laid back dude. And I think if he was anything else but laid back, it would take away from his craft.
I love Fab.
All right. Yeah.
I can't get enough of that dude. That dude's just dope.
Punchlines off the chain, music off the chain. He has a lot of he's storytelling. Stories. This is off the chain. Yeah. He's good at what he does.
I don't think he gets the recognition he deserves, though, man.
Well, of course not, because I don't think certain hip hop influences are ready for another Brooklyn rapper of that caliber. Jay-Z was enough. No one really likes the fact that Jay-Z went to where he went to. I mean, let's be for real. After him and Jazz did Hawaiian Sophie, people looked at him and was like, really? This is the dude that did Hawaiian Sophie? He's the new king of hip hop? So there are a lot of people who feel a certain type of way about Jay-Z. You won't find it here. We feel that Jay-Z is, yes, indeed, the king of hip hop.
And if you don't live in Brooklyn, then maybe you should consider moving to Brooklyn.
Maybe.
That's how it is in Brooklyn.
I mean, his house, his home is now located conveniently on Flatbush and Atlantic Avenue.
Yo, Jay, text Rihanna and tell her to call me.
Yeah. Just listen, I'll be fine with answering my tweet. So, because I'm going to tweet her all damn day. You're going to watch this video. So, but Fabolous again. Soul Tape.
Can we rate it? I feel we need a week or so with it.
It's a mixtape. I'm not gonna rate it right now. If I deem it necessary, I'll do a review. I mean, it's a mixtape. I will say it's a good mixtape. Go out and get it. It's downloadable. It's free. Free 99. Why not?
Support the man, goddammit.
So, check it out. Let us know what you think about Fab's new mixtape, Soul Tape 2. And on to Lil Wayne.
It's the last bullet point we got on the agenda here.
Lil Wayne claims that he's going to be retiring from hip-hop.
After Carter 5.
Well, that's episode 12. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, follow us. Check us out, YouTube, subscribe. Lifestyles Defined. Yo, check out the new website, ignorantgamers.com. Yo, we everywhere. They ain't ever there. We don't care about Lil Wayne and his retirement. Peace.
Episode 12, folks.
That's a wrap.
See you next time.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy London, straight from FGC to Takeover. I just want to give a nice clean shout out to lifestylesdefined.com. If you need anything, any guide to life, go to lifestyledefined.com.